Today on AFTERBUZZ TV, we talk about Cameron Crowe's new show, Roadies, Season 1 premiere. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, AfterBuzzers. Welcome to AFTERBUZZ TV. We are here doing Cameron Crowe's new Showtime show, Roadies, Season 1 premiere. Life is a carnival.
Life is a carnival.
We have a lot of fun things to talk about. I'm your host, Marisa Serafini. You can follow me on Twitter at SeraphiniTV. And today we have a panel. Ladies, introduce yourselves.
Yes. Hey, everyone. I'm Madison Conklin. You can find me on Twitter at Maddie Says This, and then on Instagram at Conklin, CONKLYNN.
Hi everyone, my name is Wealthy Jenner, and you can find me on Twitter as well at WealthyBarkTNDR.
All right, excellent. So this is a really fun show, and I think a lot of fun things to definitely discuss. But real quickly, what were your overall thoughts? Madison, let's start with you.
You know, I got a little bit of anxiety because there's so much going on in the show, and it was kind of like a cluster of just different problems all fueling into one big catastrophe. So I had a lot of anxiety, but I was really drawn in as well. I'm really excited to see what the season has to offer. So I was anxious, but also really excited to see what was happening. What's going to happen.
Yeah, same with me. I really like how they did the behind the scenes instead of focusing on the band, which is, what the show is about. And I really like seeing how bands really get out there and how the crew interacts with each other. I think that's a really good concept for a show.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, I definitely kind of relate already to this, being a person who's always behind the scenes and behind the stage. I love that lifestyle. And it's always fun to see how people work together and, to people coming together to make a production actually happen. And it's the human dynamics and the storylines and how everyone just comes together and make an awesome production. And that's definitely what the show establishes. It's a family unit. And I think it's really cool. And it'll be fun to see all these stories unfold and how they all just come together. But, let's break this down by characters.
Characters, because there's a lot.
There is a lot.
There's a lot
especially
going
for
on here.
being a premiere episode, that, it's always... You have to start with your main characters and whatnot. So let's start with Bill Hansen, the tour manager, and Shelly. But real quickly, Bill, Luke Wilson, I mean, well-established actor, and he's always great to watch. What did you think of his character and how they introduced him?
Well, if you don't mind me going first, I kind of got the whole, I think his name was Mitch in Old School. It kind of, for me, paralleled. He's that kind of cool, calm, collected, but still very professional guy, but still a little, immature, kind of sleeps around, has fun. But the way they introduced his character, a little jaw-dropping. I mean, the first scene is a sex scene, and he's in it, and it's bada bing, bada boom. This is how roadies is and are, I guess. So, I like Luke Wilson. I think his character is really cool, level-headed, kind of calm, but still professional.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I like his character. I think he's the kind of guy that you want to hate as a woman. At the same time, he's just so charming that you totally get why the girls
just weak
love
in the
him.
knees,
Swoon over him.
Yeah,
but, exactly.
Yeah, I think the fun thing with his character is that the way that he establishes, it seems like he's very lonely.
Yes.
And he sleeps around. We learned that Lorraine, I guess, his significant other. Left him. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have his established dream house. He sold it. Mm-hmm. So his life is really just this tour that he's working on.
And the crew family.
Yes,
I mean, that's all he... Yeah, you're right. That's all he has. This tour, this band, the crew is his life. Mm-hmm. And I think, they were all kind of... In the very beginning of the episode, they were all a little worried that they were going to be out of jobs. And so he was starting to panic. And... Yeah, you could just feel that whole okay, what am I going to do without this group of people, Yeah,
he's definitely the father figure because he oversees everybody and people look up to him.
Or the cool uncle, maybe.
Yeah,
because he's a little
I can definitely see that.
Looser than a dad, I think, would be. Maybe the cool uncle who drinks and kind of does whatever. And
maybe the father figure's Phil. but
Yeah.
we'll get to Phil.
Yeah, speaking of you said, you relate to the show a lot because you work behind the scenes. Have you ever had somebody as intense as Phil as the, I guess, father figure? Has anyone ever whipped out a gun and been like, I'm going to shoot the place up?
No, fortunately, no, but I have worked with people who've been there, who are like veterans and have like really tried to establish their repertoire and whatnot, and like, this is who I am, don't mess with me.
Yeah.
It's like, and those are the people you gotta like stay away from or make friends with, because they'll be your best friend or your worst enemy.
Exactly.
So.
Well, and I gotta hand it to Ron White. He's a pretty good actor. I didn't know he could, he does his stand-up, he drinks his scotch or whiskey or whatever, and, babbles on. But yeah, I thought he was pretty good actor. I was surprised. I liked it.
Yeah, we'll get more into Phil a little bit. No, totally fine. But Shelly, the production manager, so it's nice to see Bill and Shelly, their working relationship and whatnot, but what are your thoughts on Shelly?
I like Shelly. I think there's some kind of, I don't know if shadowing's the word, but you can see that there's something there, and maybe we'll see.
Between her and Bill.
Yeah. You think there's chemistry.
Oh,
definitely.
100%.
And I like how she kind of picks at him with, the teenage girl, type thing. But yeah, I like her character. She also is a very motherly character in the episode. Well, while Phil doesn't want to be the father character, he doesn't really like. He's like, oh, how old do I look?
Yeah, he was like worried. Yeah. Well, he's definitely worried about what she thinks, because remember when the butler was like 28, 29, she walked out of the room and he's like, okay, just put it down. But for me, I can't read Shelly yet. I can't tell if she's got everything under control or if she's trying to act like or she just has no idea and she's like frightened by, I don't know. I couldn't, like, she was in control at times, but then it was also like you could see her face was ghost white and she was panicked, and so I can't read her yet. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I like Shelly because she seems like the nurturing character and the woman. You got to have the strong female person in power as well. I like her because she doesn't seem like as trustworthy as people. Or like maybe she's mistrustful of others.
Yeah, so she doesn't trust.
She seems trustworthy. She doesn't trust other people.
She kind of has her eye out for people that might turn...
Exactly, a little bit, because she even has like mixed feelings about Kellyanne, which we'll definitely get into.
Yes, that's another character.
But the funny thing is with Bill and Shelly, they both, because they're obviously working husbands and wives more so, but Shelly doesn't have her personal life together either.
Right.
Because she's actually married, but her husband doesn't even see her. So it doesn't seem like her family life is really together either.
Stable. Nothing's really stable for her, and I think that is what makes her a little crazy, a little on edge, maybe not so trusting of other people because she doesn't know what's going on with her and her husband, who's supposed to be her rock,
Exactly.
So maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, and then at the same time on the episode, she tries to quit, right? She tries to leave.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going to go to Taylor Swift's, crew or whatever. And then it was, like I said, it was a cluster. Like, things were just happening, and it was like, wait, I can't tell who likes the band, who likes working for the crew. Like, what? Oh, these roadies are throwing me for a loop.
And I get that. Like, when you're working with the same people day in, day out, and that's, like, all you know and all you talk to, there are some moments you just get on each other's nerves, and then there's like, yes, you are family, and that's all you know.
It's like a... Yeah, family. You say something sometimes you don't mean, and then it just causes drama, and you're like, I didn't mean it. I promise. I love you, blah, blah.
Yeah, because we even saw that little mini spat between Bill and Shelly when we find out that Bill asked for a retainer, and that
Is he talking about a mouth retainer or like a retainer for his...
No.
I was confused about it. I'm like, does he want something for his teeth? If they pissed, he wants a retainer for his...
A financial retainer.
Okay. There's the blonde in me, sorry.
Well, for those who don't know what a financial retainer is, pretty much asking for money up front to do a specific job.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty much like kind of like job
understand.
Security, because that's what Bill said. He said, it's better to know that he actually has money and a career right now, rather than being paid at a low salary, knowing that you can get fired at any time. So so he asked for a retainer so he can have money up front. So by the time he's done with work, he's done.
Oh,
that's
okay.
it, without
See, I
knowing
didn't know
he
that,
could
so I
get
was kind of
fired.
lost half the episode when all that was going down.
Yeah.
So,
But Shelly doesn't, and they're supposed to be working partners
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. But when there's that already a financial disconnect, and they're not working together on all cylinders on that end, so there's a slight rift.
I mean, right off the bat, Shelly knew something was up with Bill.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she asked, she goes, "Are you feeling okay? Is everything okay? Are you sure? Have you had too much coffee?" Like, she already could tell, like, she could just sense maybe his aura or his vibe was not the regular him, which, of course, foreshadowed what was the episode. That British guy was coming in to let go of some people and rearrange, and yeah.
Yeah, one more thing about Shelly. She also plays the production manager, but she seems like the one who is the fixer of problems.
Yes.
Because we saw that the promoter didn't like having the main band in like the dressing room.
Oh, the dressing room, so she got...
Yeah, and he seems superstitious, like they can't stand on the logo and whatnot, blah, 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 and she went down there to fix it. So she
Right.
seems like she's the fixer of the problems that arises.
And I think it's that motherly figure that she is. People go to her with problems that are like, "Hey, this needs to happen. We need it fixed." So, you know.
Yeah,
And then the
exactly.
whole thing with the stalker, her and Kellyanne. So,
Yes.
well, yeah, we can get into
Kelly.
the stalker and Kelly. But yeah,
Let's talk about Kellyanne.
she's a badass.
She's-
I like her. I don't know if I would be very intimidated to meet her in real life. But
Yeah.
she's a badass. She knows she doesn't know what she wants, but she has an idea of like where she wants her life to go. I think I don't know. Am I like way off
What
on
do you
that?
think, Quilty?
No, I totally fell in love with her from the first moment that she was in the scene. However, I think she kind of got annoying to me later.
In what
Annoying in
way?
what ways?
In the way where she was like, "Oh, nobody remembers me, or nobody's gonna miss me," but wanted all of this attention, but didn't want the attention.
Yeah.
But I like her. I mean, I want to say that, like I said, right when she got on in the scene, I was like, "Oh, I love this chick. Like, she's totally cool." The skateboard thing going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I don't know how her character is going to progress in the next episodes. And
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
I think her character has a lot of room to grow. What I found, I mean, it's funny that you said that you couldn't read Shelley. I couldn't read Kellyanne.
Yeah.
Because it's hard because she is young and she seems like she's at this point in life. She's been with the band for a while now, and she's a well-established electrician. People know her. People think of her as family. But she's so young that she's at that point where she just wants to move on and experience more life. I mean, she wants to go to film school. I know what that's like. And
So you are really relating. This is like
am.
is this your life?
surprising.
Is this your documentary?
I mean, I could be Kellyanne, but not as bitter.
Yeah. She is very bitter, and
She's very cynical too.
I wonder why. You know, because her twin brother Wes is married. Because at first, remember he mentioned that so and so came to Pearl Jam guy came to his wedding and threw up, or is that right?
I think he went to Pearl
his
Jam's.
wedding.
Okay. See, that's where I was like, okay, why don't we hear any more about Wes's wife? Okay. Wow. So yeah, but anyway, so they're the twins, and you know, obviously Wes is more outgoing. Kellyanne's very cynical and angry, and I wonder if Bill might have screwed her over, but I don't know.
I feel like Kellyanne is the person who's always working, always does a great job every single time. Very underappreciated.
So maybe
And
that's why.
Unsung heroes, which I know what that's like. This is not about me, I swear.
Yeah, right? Marisa, so anyways, guys. No.
No, but like it feels like she's always there day in and day out, and she's not getting not that she wants attention, but she's not getting the recognition that she deserves. The fact that like she's been with them for so long and they don't have a nickname for her.
Yeah.
Or like they didn't really give her a proper send off or like a going away party.
Right.
And it just seems like she's tired, that she just wants to move on.
Right. But then when she has the chance to, she quickly decides against it. Because it
A
all,
little
like,
bit.
kind of, like, bottlenecked. You know, she was, like, complain, and then she got the nickname, she got the send-off, she got the pie in the face, you know?
Yeah. Does she really want to leave?
Right.
Did you think that she was going to leave at the beginning?
No, I totally thought she was going to
Yeah,
come back.
I thought she was
I
going to
like,
come
she's
back.
coming back. Her character was too strong for her to leave it in the first episode.
Right.
You know?
And I feel like she's going to play it. If anything, if Bill and her have not gotten together yet, I feel like that's going to happen. And I know it's not time for predictions.
Oh,
I feel some chemistry
Kelly,
between them.
yeah?
They always like look each other in the eye and kind of connect, and then one of them leaves. You know, she kind of looks longingly at Bill, like, oh, I wish. You know.
See, I didn't see that.
You didn't?
I saw that because, Shelly did say the line that, hey, Kelly Ann idolizes you, Bill. So I think Kelly Ann just looks up to Bill as a authority figure.
Okay.
Someone to look up to.
I agree.
In that way.
You think
I
so?
think I think there was more chemistry between Kelly Ann and Reg.
Yes. Mhm, the
Oh
financial guy.
yes,
Yeah.
okay. I could see that. Now, if anything, I think Reg is more attracted to Kellyanne at this point, anyways.
Okay.
Because she
Let's
was
get
so
into Reg.
outspoken. Yeah, Reg.
We'll get back to Wesley, but let's get into Reg.
So, what exactly is Reg's title?
Reg is the new financial advisor.
Okay.
Obviously not well received by the band and the crew because they're already calling him douchebag.
Yeah. Douchebag, a-hole,
By both Bill and Shelly, who
douche
are the
boy.
leads.
Yeah.
Like the lead bosses, and they're already calling their
Yeah.
financial advisor douchebag. And I'm like, not the most leadership thing to do.
Yeah.
But what did you think of Reg and his new vision for this band? Because they're saying they've been doing old school, like what they're comfortable with for so long. And if they keep doing it, it's going to get tired. People are going to easily move on to different type of music that's younger and sexier. So let's change things up a bit.
Right.
Do you agree with that vision, or like do you agree with Reg in the way he established that this group has to change?
I'm going to let you take this one, Wealthy. You start
Yeah,
first.
it's a hard question because we don't know the band very well yet at this point.
True.
And I think he has a hard job, just like any financial person or the big head guy has a really hard job. I think there's some truth to that for sure because, it's true. The girls are everyone's getting younger and everybody likes sexy.
Yeah.
So obviously he's telling the truth in that, and I think he just has to play the bad guy in this. We as the audience are expected to hate him.
Right.
So
But do we hate him though?
I don't. I think
Yeah.
he's very charming.
He's surprisingly charming. I mean,
Right. I
yeah.
think it's just obviously his accent number one for me. And I
Obviously.
mean, he's good looking. But the way he kind of, I guess, approached the whole financial re-establishing the band and what their new, I guess, vision.
Brand is-
Vision. Not the most professional. He did try to keep it cool with Phil, but then Phil started to freak out. He took off the hat,
Oh my
whipped out a
goodness.
gun, And then just from there on, I think Reg was like, okay, these people are crazy. I'm gonna have to like puff up my chest and like really establish who I am, what I'm doing, and why I'm here.
Yeah.
So I think that was a little overstepping his boundaries to begin with the Roadies crew, because they're all family. This guy's new, and he's trying to throw a wrench into the whole system, and no one's digging it.
No one likes that.
Right.
Especially with a family that's so well established.
Mm-hmm.
When you welcome the new person, they're never welcome.
Right.
Which that's unfair to Reg, but it's unfair to anyone in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are thrown in that situation, it's just establishing who you are, your authority, what your vision is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it to Reg. He's not in the most ideal position, but he has to do it.
Right.
Someone has to. And the fact that they said that they're spending a lot more money than they should be makes me think, not to get too ahead with predictions or anything, there are some financial problems that are going on. I mean, we even found that Bill asked for a retainer. So it's like there's a lot of financial problems that have already
And
been
Phil was already
established.
working for Taylor Swift's band.
Yeah.
We found that out too. Which again, it still like confuses me. Like all these people have these background things going on, but we're still trying to get to know the characters and the whole plot of the plot of the show,
Yeah.
So I think that's the most confusing thing for me is just figuring out what the plot is.
Well, like what everybody is, and I feel like the layout, the layout of the show is that character stories. It's character driven rather than story driven, and what happens.
Yeah.
It's like all of them individually and what their individual problems are for each episode.
Right.
But we mentioned Phil, quite a character he is.
Yes.
What did you think of him being a name dropper? But he's he's been part of the crew forever.
He's been
one
in
of
the
original-
industry and
one of the OGs.
yeah. Definitely have met people already in my life that name drop all the time. And it is, it's sometimes you're like, okay, now you're just trying to like impress me. But since he has been around for so long and has seen so much stuff, makes him credible, you know? And I don't know, he was like, for me anyways, he was more so the father figure, you know, had everyone circled up in the beginning, doing the little,
telling the PAs what to do.
Exactly. So he just wants everyone, like, he wants that family. You know, I feel like he thinks he's like he's the teddy bear. The teddy bear, yeah. The teddy bear that has a really bad temper when you can push his buttons right. But
exactly.
Yeah, Phil, I hope that's not the last we see of him. The first, they can't just introduce him and take him away.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be in the upcoming episodes. His character is very strong, and as far as how I feel about him, like I said, his character is very strong. So I don't know if I like him yet or if I hate him.
Strong in what sense? Just like strong-willed, overbearing, or very loud?
I would say overbearing.
Yeah, maybe he's very loud, that's for sure. And he does push his stories onto the other crew and cast members where, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him yet. I really don't. Like, I think he's a little crazy. Obviously.
Yeah, slightly.
A few screws loose.
Yeah. I felt the name dropping was just to build up his credibility. It's like, hey, I've worked with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I know stories. I've seen it all. Nothing passes me other than getting arrested.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And killing two men.
FBI investigation.
Yeah.
So, not all is well with Phil. So.
Yeah,
right.
What was that with he's killed 2 people?
Yeah, they
Are we
totally
he's
brushed
killed
that under
2.
the rug. They're like, yeah, he killed 2 people
like,
in his
what?
lifetime. It's like, oh, okay. And then he's also under investigation.
And he's already put the band in jeopardy of traveling overseas.
Yeah.
And he was selling all the victims of Hurricane Katrina's their personal items in the storage units. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like he's gonna end up somehow being a villainous character in this.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
Possibly.
someone that like kind of betrays them.
Yeah.
In a way.
You know, like he's like, I'm here for this family. I am blah blah. I'm all for, you know, the roadies, and then totally turns his back. You know, when things get little testy or crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Uncertainty.
Yeah, who knew there was so much drama behind the scenes of
Right?
Of
I mean, I guess you
There's
gotta
a lot
figure
of
that,
drama,
but yeah.
Apparently. I think one of the funniest moments with Phil, other than taking off his hat,
Yeah, and showing that like bald patch.
that's something you can't unsee. Apparently, that was funny. But was when he was telling all the PAs and whatnot, no firecrackers.
Oh gosh, yeah. Because there is definitely a story behind the firecrackers.
Like, okay, what's up with this?
They were
Because even Bill, when he was talking to the PAs, even before Phil, he was like, absolutely no tolerance, and then he gets cut off.
Right.
And it was like, okay, something's happening.
Yeah.
We'll see the payoff at the end.
Yeah, we've got.
I have a quick question about that. I wonder how close that is to real life behind the scene band crew members. If you know, people that do work behind the scenes with bands, if they're like, oh my gosh, that's totally like spot on. That's something.
I think so.
You know?
I would. I mean, there are some crazy people that go to these concerts and that are again stalkers of the band members or the crew members, and they'll do anything.
Yeah, I think it's also like when you're a performer, you sometimes, and not for everybody, like they get into their zone and they're performing and to bring their like A game, and then something as simple as firecrackers to distract you and take you out, that can ruin a person's performance. That can ruin a whole band's performance and everything, especially right out the gate.
Yeah.
It's like you're already in that mode and then you're immediately taken out. It's not good. And I think that's also the testament of like no camera, video, flashlights and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's the equivalent of that. Like just no
Right.
distractions during performance.
Right.
So,
Right.
hence firecrackers, no firecrackers.
Yeah. No firecrackers allowed.
Yeah, but speaking of crazy people, let's talk about the stalker, Natalie Shane.
Oh my gosh, she is a handful. She makes me uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable just watching her. She's just so like slithery and just like
Everywhere. Getting through security, sleeping with security.
sleeping with security.
Just to get their laminate badge to get behind
Yeah,
the stage.
and that whole scene was just like made my skin crawl. It was so awkward and weird and just
Yes.
for me, unnecessary. I didn't need to see all that.
Right. But how great is her acting? Her acting was, I thought that acting was phenomenal.
No, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, for an actor to go there and really dive into the character and be that weird, creepy sex fiend, you know, what are they called?
Desperate.
What are
Groupies?
Groupie, thank
Yes.
you. Groupie. I was gonna say roadie. I'm like, that's not it. Groupie. She's good.
She's good, right?
She's a good actress.
And yeah.
I wonder how much method acting she did for that.
Right. I mean, giving head to a mic.
Right?
That was just so
again,
awkward.
unnecessary. It made my skin crawl, and she's just like too into it.
But
This is weird.
yeah, the good thing, well, actually, maybe not good, but the cool thing, how they established the character is that she already knows this band. Like, she stalked them for probably years.
Right.
And then she even said, hey, I'll see you in Atlanta next. So it feels like she's going to be an ongoing problem.
Oh, yeah.
This
Sure.
episode. She's going to keep coming back.
Well-
she even has this restraining order against
And
her.
she has something going on with Bill, or had something going
Yeah,
on with Bill,
something.
because remember, she's like, I still think you're a great kisser, Bill. It's like, come on, Bill, keep it in your pants. She's the groupie you don't want around.
Right, and we've established the fact that Bill sleeps with younger women. So
Yeah,
her being one
he's
of
a
them.
sex pot as well.
What did you think of Kellyanne taking her down?
That was legit. Again, Kellyanne's a badass. She just like skated on, her skateboard, literally like grabbed it, might have dislocated her shoulder. I mean, just
That looked dangerous.
yeah. But someone had to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why how did Natalie get through Shelly and Kellyanne? Like, how did they take the microphone away and then somehow the girl got it and got
Girl
out?
is slippery.
Right?
fast.
It probably just has like lube all over her.
But the funny thing with Natalie's like this obviously isn't her first time dealing with this band.
No.
Like she knows how to get in and get out and get around people.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be a fun, crazy. Probably. I love their code S&S, Stalker Natalie Shane.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like I got eyes on S&S.
I got eyes on S&S.
That was really good.
Do you think that's the age group for this band? Like, how old is Natalie, do you think?
She's probably like
She looks
20s.
like early 20s.
Early 20s, yeah.
early
Because also, again, when we were first introduced to the episode, Bill is hooking up with a girl that was 22. And she knows the band.
The youngest paleontologist ever.
Right? So, yeah, I think like 20s might be the band's, I don't know.
Demographic.
Yeah. So.
And it's hard to tell because we really didn't get a lot of time with the band because it's not.
We
about
didn't.
the
At the
band.
very end, we see. I believe, is the lead singer talking to Kellyanne about the set list and how they're going to change it up, and then it was gone. So we don't know any of the actual Staton-House Band members.
Band.
Yeah,
Cool name.
yeah.
And then also their opening act is The Head and the Heart, which is an actual real band.
Oh, okay.
The song that they played was All We Ever Knew. And they actually have a new album coming out in September.
So was that the actual
2016.
band like on the show?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And that was their
Huh.
real music. So
I wonder if this is gonna be
I
a
liked that
platform.
music. That was good.
Yeah,
that
I
was
wonder if
good.
this
I
is
liked
the show's gonna be like a platform for up and coming like real
artists.
life bands.
Yeah, sometimes that actually
interesting.
happens. So it's like Nashville is another show on ABC, which is now on CMT. They do a great job of having new artists come on and actually performing real songs.
Okay.
So yeah,
Interesting.
I definitely think this is one of the greater shows to just start that, especially if they're touring. That's like a great introduction to all types of music.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be cool if they really integrated real artists,
Yeah.
like every city
episode
that they go
or
to.
every city. Yeah, I
Well,
definitely like that.
Yeah, we quickly talked about Wes. Kellyanne's twin brother.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think of Wes? Wealthy.
Well, Wes, he's very passionate. I want to say, right when he came in and was talking to Kellyanne, I thought it was funny. I can't remember the guy's name that's obviously in love with Kellyanne.
Milo.
Milo,
The guy with the fake British
espresso
accent. And then the New Jersey. He's from New Jersey, but puts on the fake British accent.
Right.
Yeah,
Milo.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we're thought to believe that Wes and Kellyanne maybe were
A couple.
boyfriend or
Yeah, that's
whatever,
what I
you
was
know?
thinking at first.
But he's very passionate, just like Kellyanne, but in a very more open way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
He's more extroverted.
Yeah.
Right.
And not so, like, angry.
Yeah, he seems like the fun friend because he even agreed to be that horrible kid's nanny when no one else
And
wanted
he carries
to.
around an
He's like, I
espresso
love
machine.
this kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and an awesome espresso machine. I was like, dude, I would totally drink his espressos because apparently that's one of the good things he's good at.
Right.
So guitars, espressos, coffee, and people in that order.
Well, and then I also feel like he might have worked for the Staton-House Band before because they all knew he was at Pearl Jam for the longest time, and they're all like, "Sorry, you got kicked out," So I wonder in like what capacity he's gonna come on to the Staton-House Band crew, Like, is he gonna start working for them, or is he just gonna be like the brother that hangs around and kind of does whatever work is thrown his way?
I think he might be the floater.
The floater.
Like, he definitely has the personality to be friends with everybody. But he also said guitar. So he's good with guitars. That was his number one on his things that he's good at.
Guitar,
so I think he's going
people.
to maybe help the band directly more so. He might be that guy.
Like actually playing, you think?
Or just help with, the instruments or
Oh, okay.
in that capacity.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But Wes, I wasn't so sure about him because the way that he was established, he seemed like a really down on his luck, kind of not put together guy, but it just seems like Pearl Jam kicked them out. So
Yeah, I wonder
Sorry,
what
dude.
happened there.
Yeah.
But over time and how he interacted with the crew members, I was like, he seems like a really cool dude.
Yeah.
So like he can
Absolutely.
stick around, and even Reg wants to have him stick around.
Yeah, because I think he was the most personable out of the whole group, and that was kind of not on Reg's side, but Reg could like warm up to him a little bit, where everyone was just like, F you, man,
Right. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of cool things, and I liked the ending when everyone finally gets together and everyone with things put, and the band goes up on stage.
The band's
Really
on stage finally.
Didn't even hear the band.
Yeah.
And it's all
You don't-
about the stage crew.
Right. And then the band finally goes on, and then firecrackers.
Firecrackers.
Yeah.
And
like
Bill's last thing is like, oh, shoot, firecrackers.
Right. Like,
So it's like, oh
goddamn
god,
firecrackers.
what is that going to lead to? And I felt like the preview for next week's episode didn't really tell us much.
No.
It was kind of like the same thing, but a new city,
Yeah. So does that take us to predictions then?
Ooh.
Do it.
Now, your AFTERBUZZ TV.
You're like, yes, yeah. Do like weird things with your hands, like prediction.
Predictions. So it seems like this seems like a very self-contained kind of show. Like every episode, they're going to a new city, touring in a new place. So what do you think will happen between Bill and Shelly? Because we saw at the end of the episode that there was a hand closed
hold
shut.
on, what was that?
They almost grabbed hands, so I feel there's definitely chemistry between those two.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to throw it in our face that quickly.
No.
So I don't think there's going to be a love connection, like a physical love connection made between Bill and Shelly this next episode. But like I said, I feel like Kelly Ann is going to start moving in on either Bill or Reg. Or like something's going to happen.
Okay.
My bet's on Kelly Ann kind of getting more intimate, if
I think
you will.
Kelly Ann's going to go with Reg.
You really...
Yeah, I really do.
I don't know. I actually think Bill and Shelly have had something before. That's what
You think?
I think that they just haven't revealed that yet.
Right. So they've got
Okay.
some dirty laundry to air.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else? I think...
Well, what's your prediction?
Well, I think we might see a little bit of the Staton-House Band. Because we did see I want to believe, like, the lead singer or the lead person of the Staton-House Band actually talk to Kelly Ann.
And he knew her by name.
Yeah, he did.
So-
He's like, you'll always be family. And the fact that Kellyanne had the audacity to stand up and, like, voice her opinions and whatnot and stick up for the band because she wanted to leave. The fact that she even got the band to change their own personal set list and have them change their ways. I think we'll see a little bit more of the band, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's not really about the band, but the fact that they are a presence that we're talking about them.
Right.
Do you think the girl in the beginning that was sleeping with Bill, that
Kimberly? I think her
Yes.
name is Kimberly.
the 22-year-old?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
paleontologist.
Do you think that she's going to be in upcoming episodes, or do you think she's...
I think so because they said that her father, Ron Banks,
Yeah.
was the promoter, and he's with them for the next 3 tours, or like 3 cities.
Oh.
So like the
I
next
thought she
3
was just
days.
going to be one and done.
Yeah.
You know, just one episode and get her out. But
She's funny.
That's
She's funny.
She is funny. So that's a looming problem also for Bill, because sleeping with the promoter's daughter is never good.
And the dad knows, like, it's clear as
yeah.
day. I mean, Shelly told the dad, "I've seen your daughter naked." Oh, sorry, I don't know how to give compliments. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just cool the fact that, you know, everyone is still together. Because even Shelly wanted to leave and go to Taylor Swift. She said at the end of the episode she's staying. Bill is staying. Kellyanne came back. That was an awesome montage.
It was, with all the running, because that
All
was
the
what her
running
film was
scenes.
about. I liked seeing all those little tidbits from the different movies of people running.
Yeah. Interesting thing about that montage was actually that I read in an article that to get the rights for all those movie clips, it cost $25 million.
What? Just to get the rights?
Yeah.
To use 5 seconds, if that?
It was probably like a good 15 seconds of movie clips.
Wow.
Right, but
That's a
like for the
lot.
little clips,
Yep.
it's... Oh,
Just
my
to establish
gosh.
that one moment of realization of wherever you want to go in life.
Do you think they're going to
run
use it
back.
again?
No.
No?
No, they spent that money for the premiere.
Wow.
So, cool. But it was pretty cool. So I think this is a really interesting show that's, we have a lot more to talk about in the
Yes.
future.
Coming up,
Fun characters, though.
Yes.
It's like, I
Really
want
fun.
to actually learn more about everybody.
And I'm happy to see Luke Wilson again. Like,
Yeah,
I've missed
it's good.
him. I feel like he kind of went under the radar for a little bit.
Especially in the television medium.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
that's
Not
good.
movies. Yeah. So,
Yeah. And it
excited.
seems like a more serious role
yeah,
for the most part.
for the most
Yeah.
part.
But thank you, everyone, for listening and
Yes,
commenting
thank you.
and whatnot. This is a brand new show. We are live on YouTube every Sunday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Goodness. And then
It's
live.
a specific Pacific time.
There you go. It is a specific time. And then on iTunes, rate, comment, subscribe, tell your friends.
Yes.
Showtime, Cameron Crowe's new show. We're really excited. Keep talking about it. In
Absolutely.
the meantime, where can everyone keep following you?
Yeah, go ahead, Wealthy.
Yes. Hi, my name is Wealthy Jenner again, and I'm at Wealthy Bark TNDR.
Great.
And I'm Madison Conklin. You can find me on Twitter at Maddie Says This and on Instagram at Conklin, CONKLYNN.
Excellent. You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV. You can follow all of us here on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all those fun social media platforms at
Please do
AfterBuzz
it.
TV. Please rate, comment, subscribe, tell your friends.
Yeah.
And thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Yeah, tune in next week. Maybe live chat with us.
Yes.
Interact with us on social media.
Roadies episode 2 next week. Thank you,
Yes.
everyone.
Bye,
We'll
guys.
See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.